Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Wednesday, the 1st of December 2021, and it's 2032 GMT. We're running late, so I shall be as quick as I can in sharing the information with you today. Main headline of Bloomberg includes a number of headlines. First Omicron case confirmed in the United States. Travel curbs virus update. Irish Central Bank, which we shall take a look at, makes first reserve gold purchases since 2009. And stock rally fizzles out with Omicron in the United States. Let's take a look at that one first. Stocks whipsawed as traders assess the latest developments on the global spread of Omicron coronavirus strain, with the US confirming its first case in California. In a very volatile session, the S&P 500 erased gains after rallying almost 2% earlier in the day. Trading volume was 43% above the average of the past month, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. Airlines, cruise operators, and hotels tumbled. Well, we can guess why. The accelerating volatility in the market is an indication that investors are increasingly skittish, though seasonality and fundamentals are a tailwind into the year end, said Mark Hackett, Chief of Investment Research at Nationwide. South Africa said COVID-19 cases almost doubled from Tuesday, with a new strain popping up in locations from the United Kingdom, Switzerland and Brazil. So we can see it's spreading and spreading fast. Now, I wonder if this is going to spread fast among other central banks. Irish Central Bank makes its first reserve gold purchases since 2009, and it's nice to have some bullish temperament about gold. The Irish Central Bank has been adding to its gold reserves as inflation in the euro area runs far ahead of the European Central Bank target. The Dublin-based institution's purchase of 2 tons of gold in recent months has ended a more than decade-long period of unchanged holdings of the precious metal. When asked about the reasoning behind the purchases, a spokesman said that the central bank's gold transactions are commercially sensitive and no further comment can be made at this time. While the institution has given no reason for the increase in its stockpile, the governor, Gabriel Makhlouf, last week warned that policymakers cannot afford to be complacent on inflation. Central bankers' appetite for gold grew in the first half of the year, with global reserves expanding 333 tons, 39% higher than the 5-year average for the period, according to the World Gold Council, which noted strong purchases by Thailand, Hungary, and Brazil. Unfortunately, this has not been reflected in any significant rise of the gold price, which we shall look at in a moment. But part of the reason for that, without doubt, is clearly the strong dollar, and of course now the advent of cryptocurrencies, which is siphoning off, regardless of what other people say, siphoning off monies that would normally go into the gold and silver space. Looking at the business news for the UK, new travel rules mean I cannot afford to fly home. UK residents in South Africa, which has been added now to the travel red list, say new requirements too costly. Co-op supermarkets latest to not enforce masks. So 4 of our larger supermarket stores are saying they're not going to insist or challenge customers who are not wearing masks. And UK house prices continue to surge in November, despite some predicting a short while ago that perhaps our prices have peaked. Then if we look in the United States, Biden says the US economy in strong shape, and he's optimistic supply chains can cope with any disruption from Omicron. What else could he say, we ask? Also, we've got a little bit of news. CNN's Chris Cuomo suspended over help to governor brother. CNN star Chris Cuomo has been suspended indefinitely over help he gave his ex-New York governor brother while he was battling sex abuse allegations. The decision came after the New York Attorney General released new documents that showed the extent of his work for his older sibling. CNN said the documents show a greater level of involvement in his brother's efforts than we previously knew. Could this be the end of his broadcasting career? Well, it's not going to affect the dollar regardless of what happens, and as we can see, it has strengthened today. At 0.07, now back over the 96 level. Expect it to go higher, is all that we can say. Energy prices marginally down, just over $0.50, both for WTI crude and Brent crude. Stock markets, Asia overnight, broadly up. UK European markets, almost entirely up, over 2%. But of course, as mentioned in the headlines from Bloomberg, American markets actually have turned a 2% rise into now a 0.5 to 1% decline. Economic news from the United States yesterday, a little negative in as much that the consumer confidence index was very marginally below expectations, and the Chicago PMI was lower, much lower than expectations. And today, the ADP employment report actually better than expectations at 534,000 new jobs. The market manufacturing PMI coming in below slightly expectations, and the ISM manufacturing exactly as were predicted, and construction spending marginally down. Tomorrow we have jobless claims, which will be interesting to see how that pans out against the ADP employment report, but the key data will be the non-farm payrolls on Friday. So, with this enthusiasm for the buying of gold, we can see gold is up $6 over the last 24 hours, but still a fair distance from that key $1,800 level at $1,780. Silver has not been so fortunate as we predicted, and it's down 57 cents at $22.26. We said in our weekly update, don't be surprised if it's going to push silver down to $22 or even lower. Cryptocurrency markets, marginally down, 0.38, still having a market cap at 2.62 trillion, with Bitcoin and Ethereum, the two largest market caps, down just a little, and a few of the others up, and it's a mixed bag. Yesterday we produced an interesting video, how the gold and silver pumpers deceive you, and that's how they utilize the US debt clock and then paint a narrative suggesting that gold should be well above $20,000 and silver above $3,000, and we hope we've put that myth to rest. But whatever you do, don't miss, please, our weekend update, giving us a good guide, and it seems to be panning out as to what gold and silver are actually doing this week. Friday is key as far as this week is concerned. Let's see how that works through. Thank you so much for listening. I have to end it now as I'm up super early at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. At my time of life, it's far too early to get up. So please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, press the bell sign. We'll give you another update tomorrow evening. Illuminati silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.